What is going on, everybody? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about Terareum. They have some really big catalysts coming very, very soon. And as always, I like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor, but rather I always try to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. Recently, I had a Terareum team on the channel with a few other YouTubers as well. We had, fellow YouTubers Awesome Austin Hilton, Zach Humphreys, a few others as well, Crypto Stacker, right, Dean, and some of the founders and the core team members of Terareum as well. It was a very fruitful conversation. We had an hour AMA, and I'm excited to say that, again, I'm actually here and I've onboarded as an ambassador of the token. So I'll be more long-term coverage for Terareum, talking about some of the short-term catalysts and also long-term catalysts as well. Overall, crypto market is looking pretty good today. Starting off Monday as the overall markets, crypto and stocks are both ticking up finally. So hopefully we're going to see a $2,000 Ethereum where we're finding some strong resistance, and a $33,000 Bitcoin is some of our short-term goals. So Terareum, we discussed some of the things on the AMA that kind of gives you the background and information regarding what this token is and what is the ecosystem going to actually be doing. First and foremost, a lot of people like to know, what about price action? And also make sure you guys check out the links in the description. Everything's going to be down there, from the Terareum website, their chart, and their Twitter and social media. It's going to be in the description below. So first and foremost, Terareum's price action. Overall crypto market has obviously been correcting pretty much all of Q1 of 2022. But one thing you need to understand is people are probably wondering, how in the world did this token go way up, currently sitting at a $94 million valuation by market cap? How did this happen? How did it get to 1 billion only a few weeks after its launch? Well, again, they have a very strong community of nearly 10,000 holders, and that 10,000 number is going to be significant for later in this video. But what we need to understand is this is a token that is completely separate from the meme space. But there are some obvious things that people need to understand about Terareum. Number one, the founders and the people that are part of the core team, a lot of them were investors in Saitama. So a lot of the people who were in the Saitama community, also, when Terareum was going live, when pre-sale was happening, a lot of them were buying in because they were super excited about what was to come for it as the community shifted from one token to another. But the other big thing that excites me personally about Terareum is what they are providing, what kind of opportunity they're providing in the market. And what you need to understand is what Terareum is about to do is something that really, since I started in crypto, I have never had the opportunity of doing. And that is investing in their main utility, a centralized crypto exchange. We've seen what other exchanges have done, not DEXs, but CEXs that are tokenized, like Binance, for example, with their BNB token. So again, we'll touch on that in a little bit here, but you can see right now, after this really significant pullback, when the overall market pulled back, and also some of the Binance FUD with the, news that yes, there was a listing coming, but it was unfortunately just a misleading email slash, again, honestly, it was a scam, and unfortunately, we all fall victims to it, including the team, the core team that also, again, fell victim to that. But we're seeing a very nice and clear reversal right now since May 12th, when this pretty much bottomed out right around that 13 Satoshi unit mark. And now we're seeing it come slightly back up and very steadily. So me personally, as someone who's been in crypto for quite some time, I prefer seeing slow and steady gains during a volatile and bear market instead of steep, quick gains as we see in a bull market. So the fact that we're seeing a really nice reversal now since May 12th, this gives me, again, hope. And when the overall market picks back up, when the overall market has momentum, Terareum is going to be one of the winners, especially with their proprietary exchange that is coming out. When I say proprietary, I mean they're going to have some pretty cool things that have not been announced yet regarding their centralized exchange. So real quick here, housekeeping points about Terareum, their tokenomics. So real quick here, you can see Terareum is an ERC20 token with deflationary dynamics. 9% taxes are applicable during buys or sells of the token. 3% burn, 3% rewards back to the holders. And you can see here, Terareum provides a great source of passive income to its investors. Investors receive 3% rewards on every single transaction for holding Terareum token in their wallet. Sit back and watch your balance grow. And lastly, 3% for marketing and development, so they can have opportunities to get their product out there, get more eyes on their project, kind of like what you're seeing on this video today, onboarding ambassadors and people to help them market the product. And last but not least, you can see 75% of the liquidity has been locked on Uniswap for 1 year. Terareum LLC allotted tokens for every 2 quadrillion will be vested in the ICO for a period of 1 year. Okay. Again, more basic tokenomics listed there. Feel free to visit the website in the description below if you want to learn more. But what I want to focus on today, after just quickly glancing at their website, is the upcoming catalysts for Terareum. As the catalysts are approaching, I will be covering them in a timely manner. But first and foremost, there's one thing that is coming very, very soon. It's actually here next month in July. But let's go ahead and just quickly walk through the website. So you can see they have their contract address here, which you can copy and paste into Uniswap or any other DEX to, again, purchase tokens if you like what you see in the video and after doing your own research. Remember, I can never tell you to buy, sell, or hold any crypto asset in the market, but at the very least, I can tell you what it is that I'm doing, and establishing a position in Terareum is kind of a no-brainer after I saw some of the things that the team has already been doing, and again, what the team is planning to do in the short term. There's also going to be the Terareum card, where you can, again, use your credit card, a Terareum-based credit card, to make purchases via fiat or crypto. That by itself is pretty cool. The Terareum NFT exchange that is coming out very soon. You can trade and launch new NFTs in their marketplace. So not only is going to be an NFT marketplace, we can also create new NFTs as well. Buy and sell exclusive digital items and merchandise. We know how OpenSea has been under, scrutiny because of all the fact that they just have been, again, not really worrying about the UI UX of their website. And if you see here, the user experience and the user design is what really does matter when it comes to these NFT exchanges, because you have a lot of youngsters that don't really care about, the background mechanics. They want something they could look at that looks good. And this here is what I would consider looks good. So you can see here the executive team. So Milton John, who's the chief executive officer, had him on my channel. Great guy, as well as Dr. Ramana, Dr. William Almedo, and Dr. Praveen. So you could see here 3 different physicians on their board. And the question is why? How did a lot of these physicians come together? Well, they have their own inter-network with one another. But the fact is these are individuals who completely doxed. They talk about their practice sites. They talk about what it is they do on a day-to-day basis. You can find their LinkedIns. So again, when it comes to worrying about, malicious intent or anything like that, that's not really what I would see with this kind of board or team at all. And you could see here, in addition, one thing that I kind of looked over pretty quickly is a CERTIC audit that was completed. So you could see here that they do have an audit that was completed way back on March 6, 2022. And again, they had a couple different things that they needed to resolve. Of course, the contract has not been renounced, and there's a lot of other things that that a CERTIC audit might not catch. But the fact is oftentimes those could be remedied by doxing event. So the fact that the team did come out and complete a full dox, in my opinion, it makes it safe for me to invest as Ahmed and to cover on the channel. So what in the world is coming for Terareum? There's a whole lot of different big catalysts that are coming, and I think this here explains what's happening. On Independence Day here in the United States, July 4th, Terrapool will be going live. Terrapool. What in the world is Terrapool, and what in the world is it going to do? Well, Dr. Praveen also has a very nice Medium article where he kind of maps out exactly what Terrapool is going to be offering as a business model and as a launchpad. So de novo utility of Terareum technology. And I'm going to have the link in the description below for his Medium article as well. Have an ETH, BNB, or Polygon project ready to launch on a decentralized cryptocurrency platform such as Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Sushi, QuickSwap, or others. Don't know where to go or what steps to take? Well, Terrapool, I was going to say Terareum Pool. Well, it is Terareum Pool, but Terrapool is going to be the launchpad for you. This is a comment. So again, it says here, option number 1. Of course, you can pick the blockchain you want to go on to. So we're just going to cover just the Ethereum, since a lot of people on my channel like Ethereum-based project. This is a common situation where a lot of innovative leaders find themselves in Web3. Great utility project, great developers, and awesome vision, although have challenges towards launch time. I personally will say, I have had many meetings on Telegram, on Google Meet, on Zoom with all these different projects that are getting ready to launch. But the execution step, actually launching their project on a decentralized exchange, has been probably one of the hardest things for me to see successfully. So that's what Terrapool is going to be doing. This is where the technology behind Terrapool Launchpad facilitates your crypto asset project to have a dedicated launchpad with your own liquidity protocol to lift off onto the blockchain per your schedule. So basically making it a lot more of an offhands, right? Offhands approach to the hardest thing when it comes to executing a decentralized protocol with a strong contract, and that is the launch itself. So with Terrapool, they're going to be providing a launchpad for individuals, not only a launchpad in the sense that, oh, we'll incubate your project, help you with funding. No, this here is to help you actually physically launch your product over on the mainnet or over on a decentralized exchange. So you can see all the little details and intricacies in this article, and I'd highly recommend for anybody that just wants to know how the process works of launching a token, I would recommend you guys go over and check out Dr. Praveen's Medium article. But in addition, the last paragraph here, this is how we build a safe and equitable crypto asset ecosystem as a hedge from stocks, bonds, equity ETFs with high fees, metals, gold, and other sometimes risky alternative investments. That statement there is what makes me so bullish on Terareum. Someone like this, that's part of the, again, core team. He's not really a fundamental developer by any means. He's a physician by practice, but he is somebody that is looking to personally diversify his portfolio and again, put some of his money into assets that have the likelihood of having multiple multipliers. I know I used the word multiple twice there, but multiple multipliers in the near and long-term future. They say here, we also invite some degree of regulation into crypto space, so this does not prevent or make people and investors shy away from Web3 opportunities. Again, institutional investors, think big money here, guys. Think bigger money and bigger pockets. What occurs? Right now, we have seen a huge influx of retail investors into the crypto space. This is seen by the meme coin trading space, the community-driven asset space. The majority of retail investors like short-term, high-risk, high-reward plays, right? Because who doesn't? But institutional investors, that's not the biggest, they need to make sure that they reduce their risk because they assess the risk tolerance and they'd be happy with anything over the S&P 500 ROI year over year, meaning a 7% per year average. If they can aim for something higher than that, and if that's in crypto or any other vehicle, that's what they will shoot for. So again, they say here, this could potentially bring some sort of degree of regulation and also a safer place for people to be able and have the ability to vet a token to a more greater extent, make sure that the team behind the launchpad is actually that which is secure, and then in turn see the success into the crypto space, because this could be the ticket to allow mass adoption for crypto. When I say the ticket, I mean Terareum or Terrapool. Currently, we are seeing a paradigm shift by institutional investors on how they evaluate and slowly adopt this asset into their long-term portfolios and retirement accounts. You gotta love it. Lots of things coming for Terareum, guys. I could probably be on here for 2, 3, 4 hours discussing all the details, but I'm gonna break it up into different videos by catalyst. So again, excuse me, almost need to sneeze there. So Terrapool, July 4th, less than a month away. Terareum Exchange, which is the big centralized exchange. The first time I have had the chance to invest in a CEX via a cryptocurrency is going to be with Terareum. So the fact that we're allocated this opportunity, it's like, again, imagine getting into Binance in the early stages. Not many people are able to say that, but we can potentially say that with Terareum. Terra Payment Gateway, Q1 of next year. The NFT exchange, Q2 of next year, and then TBC Terareum blockchain, Q3 of 23. So here's a little nice depiction that I found online from Crypto Man. He says you can complain and remain the same, or you can take action and become who you're supposed to be. Terareum is financial freedom. I love this. So a few things here. The next big thing, so you can see Terra Exchange, Terrapool, and TerraPay, which is the credit card that I mentioned. They're also going to be a titanium sponsor in just a couple weeks here in Asia. So the Crypto Expo in Asia, which is going to be in the Fairmont Hotel in Singapore, they're going to be showcasing the project and becoming a titanium sponsor, which again, I was at the Crypto Expo in Dubai, and that's a pretty significant investment. If I'm not mistaken, titanium is, I think, $100,000 or more as an investment from the team to showcase their project at the biggest platform for crypto. And last but not least, the most short-term catalyst that a lot of the community is waiting for is the Terareum 1 quadrillion token burn at 10,000 holders. Only, again, I think as of today, a few hundred left before we reach that 10,000 milestone. So I'll make a video update as soon as that happens. But again, time is coming. There's a lot of excitement. And you can see here, Milton continues to tweet talking about the expansion of their team. So mind you, in India, they have headquarters set up there pretty close to the airport. As I was talking to the others on the AMA, and they actually walked us through. So make sure you check out the video where I did an AMA with the Terrarium team. But they gave us a little bit of a walkthrough over their Terrarium headquarters, a physical space for them to work on the project with their pretty significant team. When I say significant team, significant size team. 37 coding members. 37 coding members, guys. So again, as I always like to say, be prepared, not surprised for what is to come. Be prepared, not surprised for what is to come. BNB, just to give you guys again a little bit of a ballpark, Binance and BNB token is currently valued at $49 million market capitalization. Binance is an entire ecosystem with their CEX and everything else. It's ridiculous how large they are. And the amount of money people pay towards Binance to get listings, it's honestly, again, and basically a no-brainer when it comes to a financial model in building a CEX, if you're able to keep with regulations and keep with everything else aside from that. My longest video to date, 16 minutes, which is absolutely amazing. Again, super excited about the Terrarium project, and I appreciate your guys' support. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button, and also consider subscribing to the channel, where I'll be bringing more information about Terrarium as the catalysts are achieved. Appreciate you guys so much, and until next time, everybody, keep investing.